Hello, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Valentine, and welcome back to my reaction channel. I wanted to do something a little bit different today. I saw this pop up, and it was Joe Rogan calmly destroys Whoopi Goldberg, and she's shocked. And I'm like, what is this? I've never seen this before. I've never seen any clips of this on my socials, so it piqued my interest, and I thought, why not? Let's do it together. I know it's a little different from music reacting, but no, I thought it'd be interesting, okay? So I want to do together. Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug.
Really had much to say until he started running for president.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person.
All right, here's the deal. Elon Musk is going after Whoopi Goldberg and the crew on The View with an $80 million lawsuit.
Elon Beelon.
Why? He's saying they trashed his name and spread lies about him. It all kicked off when Whoopi claimed that Musk and JD Vance were plotting some shady moves to mess with the government if Trump got booted from office. Musk was like, yeah, no, and took them to court. Now, this whole situation has people fired up, arguing about free speech, media responsibility, and who's really in the wrong, and of course Joe Rogan couldn't stay out of it. On his podcast, he called out The View and other mainstream media, saying they used to be all buddy-buddy with Trump, but now they're acting like they never were.
Really had much to say until he started running for president. Then I could say everything I needed to say. My face said everything.
But it was the episode of you when you were on The View, and I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president.
Right.
And you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
Joe Rogan called out the media's bias and how they constantly flip the narrative, saying it lines up perfectly with
Fair point.
Musk's beef with Whoopi. He even suggested that Musk's lawsuit could set a new standard for fighting back against fake news and media personalities who use their platforms to push agendas. As for Whoopi, she got pretty emotional in her response. She said her comments weren't about Musk at all and were just a lighthearted joke about her cat. Yeah, you heard that right, her cat.
Hey, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. And that's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
Critics aren't buying it, calling Whoopi's explanation a total dodge. On the flip side, Musk's supporters think her sudden backpedal screams guilt. Then you've got Joe Rogan weighing in, making the whole thing feel even bigger. It's like this huge cultural tug of war about whether the media should actually be held accountable for what they say.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Musk's lawyers are saying the claims against him were totally baseless and meant to trash his reputation. This whole thing is shining a light on talk shows that care more about stirring up drama than sticking to the facts. Joe Rogan didn't hold back
Not wrong.
either. He called out The View for flip-flopping, like how they used to hype up Trump, but the second he got into politics, they turned on him. Rogan's take.
But maybe that's because they're like, listen, we like him as whatever their relationship was, but as our president, we're not really we're not into it. We're like, we got to draw the line. Like, listen, I have some good friends that I really like. If they were to run for president, I'd be like, fuck no. I mean, I don't.
It's just more proof that media narratives are all about pushing political agendas.
The audience was cheering. And then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Yeah.
But there's probably no one in history that I've ever seen that's been attacked the way you've been attacked, and the way they've done it, so coordinated and systematically. When you see those same people in the past very favorable to you, like Oprah, when you were on Oprah's show.
Very.
She was encouraging you.
Joe Rogan backed up Musk's point, saying talk shows like The View twist stories all the time, which is why so many people don't trust them anymore. As for Whoopi, she's trying to say her comments weren't about Musk at all. They were just a joke about her cat. But let's be real, a lot of folks aren't buying it. They're calling it a weak excuse to dodge responsibility, and it's only adding more heat to the fire around The View.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people if you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah. Well,
we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Rogan's take lines up perfectly with Musk's lawsuit, both calling for better accountability in the media. Musk's lawsuit has gotten massive support, especially from people who are fed up with mainstream media. Social media is blowing up with hashtags like Support Elon and Cancel The View. Supporters see Musk's move as him taking a stand against misinformation, while critics are raising concerns about what this could mean for free speech. Joe Rogan jumping into the mix has only added more weight to Musk's case. Rogan's fans see him as someone who's not afraid to call out media hypocrisy, and his criticism of The View has definitely boosted Musk's argument.
You know, if you average out The View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth. But
I don't think some of them are dumb.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Sunny Hosting.
You think it's deliberate?
I think she's ideologically driven, and they have blinders on, for sure. I don't think Sunny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked and you went on stage with it and it's nothing
just
there.
Go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there. Sometimes comics do that.
Yeah, and the other question is then, is that representative of a big constituency? I think probably yes.
Well, a lot of
MSNBC viewers are probably also thinking,
I don't even think the MSNBC viewers, I think they're a little bit more sophisticated than that.
Yeah.
This is like low information, blue no matter who, like older housewives who are mad at the world. That's the appeal that Whoopi Goldberg has.
Joe Rogan pointed out old clips where The View was super friendly with Trump, but then completely flipped and started trashing him once the political winds changed. That kind of switch up is exactly what Musk's been talking about, how the media can twist narratives and use them to go after public figures.
She put me in the movies, right? A long time ago. How much should I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the Goldberg. Oh my God. That's a terrible thing. It's just interesting that he was 3 pounds.
Donnie, I love you. I'm telling you.
Musk's fans are backing him hard, saying he's fighting for transparency and fairness in the media. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan's jumping in, calling out how badly
Being a Musk fan is crazy. You're a simp for this billionaire who doesn't give a fuck about you.
we need some serious changes in how media works. Like, maybe stop putting clicks and drama over facts. Of course, not everyone's on board. Critics think Musk's money and power might actually shut people up instead of encouraging open conversation. But Rogan's like, nah, this is about holding the media accountable. He even dragged The View for pushing biased stories and chasing sensationalism instead of just sticking to the truth. Rogan didn't stop there either. He brought up old clips of The View hyping Trump up, only to turn around and rip him apart later. He says this isn't about fairness, it's about playing politics. And let's talk about Whoopi's defense. She says her comments were about her cat, not Musk.
Say that
but
one more time.
honestly, a lot of people aren't buying it. They're saying it's just her trying to dodge accountability. Rogan even went in on this, warning about how dangerous it is when media normalizes violent rhetoric and then hides behind "it's just a joke." At the core of Musk's lawsuit is the argument that media needs clearer boundaries, especially now when everything feels so politically charged. He's calling out The View and ABC for spinning stories to fit their agenda, and Rogan's backing him up, saying mainstream media cares more about ratings and controversy than giving balanced reporting. Bottom line, this whole mess is shining a light on how badly people want honesty and accountability in journalism. Whether Musk wins or not, it's clear folks are fed up with the way things are. What do you think? Is Musk in the right to take on the media, or is this going too far? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.
I felt like that video kind of said like the same points over and over and over again. I was like, wait, am I watching a loop? Like I had to check it for a second. But like, yeah, like we need accountability in the media for sure. I think a lot of people are driven to get their information outside of the media now because we've all caught on to that. But I don't know. Anytime we're talking about anything political, for the record, fuck ICE, free Palestine, free all people from oppression. Nobody is free until we are all free. I believe in basic human rights. I believe in women and men's bodily autonomy. Down with the patriarchy. Down with misogyny. Not I'm down with it. Down like squash it under my shoe. And I hope we get freed from this fascist regime. Anyways, if you guys want to drop a comment, I love discourse like this. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I would be very curious to know. And make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in while we do something a little bit different on my page. It's fun to bounce around a little bit. So I'll see you guys in the next video.